first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On to get it started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Ford Field. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw caught by Bowers. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down.
A 3rd down gain of 19.
At the 47-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run for the first time to James Cook. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Cook again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He'll try to pick it up himself, and he will slide to a halt at the end of that one. A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards to the first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. But then he will try to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Someone's looking fresh, and this whole line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all. Where they second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. James Cook from 17 yards out. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now the first carry for Bush. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
A gain of 5.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Back on the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
They start the drive with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The seams parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots it. And that's one he'll think about for the next month.
Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Ravens will take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Bush trying the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Throwing is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
A gain of 16 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
7-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm, and he delivers it with confidence.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. The one with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
To throw is Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Jackson now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again is Jackson. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's caught. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Second and a couple. Now Jackson. A short throw to Ingram. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 36-yard line.
Two yards to go, second down. And Jackson throwing once more. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. Takes it to about the 37.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's a second down at 7 from the 37. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
10 yards on the pickup. In second and inches at the 33-yard line.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
From the gun, Jackson. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second and 5 from the 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack back in the 9-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try to chip someone at the second level.
That his first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now 2nd and 5. A give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.